Hi everyone, Danny here, MsCreate Knitting. This is episode 3. It's been, I think, 3 weeks since I podcast last. I'm going to try to do this video with my glasses off because I noticed in the last couple of videos I'm doing a lot of, my bifocal part of my glasses is not, I need an upgrade on my prescription. So instead of doing this the whole time, I'm going to see if I can do this podcast without my glasses on. But if I can't read something, then I will be getting my glasses out. So thanks for joining me here today. And we're going to probably just follow the elephant in the room. I finished my pavement sweater by Vera Valimaki. I probably shown that to you before, but this is it. And it fits really well. I really like it. Let's see if I can stand up with it. Let's see. Let me shove my chair aside and stand back in my room. I think I may have enough space. Do you see? I can't really see that far, so I hope I'm showing you the bottom. This is the back, and the length is nice. I have a ton of these t-shirts. They're from HSN, and they're a Slinky brand, and I mean, they're just wonderful. They're so thin, and they're wash and dry, and they feel really good underneath any kind of sweater, and just so easy to take care of. And they come in like packs of 3, so I always get these sweaters to wear underneath. Although this one, yeah, I kind of like that, but it does have a really wide neck. But you'll see how the arms come all the way up, not too tight, about bracelet length, which is good. And I think it came out really well. So I know I'm looking over there. Anyway, that's my pavement sweater. So I hope you saw that good. I hope I'm sitting close enough now. Let's see. Okay, so that's my pavement sweater, and I'm going to stick with the same format that most people use for knitting podcasts, and I'll start with finished objects, and then unfinished objects, and we'll go from there, I think. Yes. Okay, so my pavement sweater, and I finished my last poncho for my granddaughter Jane, and this is the size for the 1-year-old, and I used Autumn Red of Simply Soft yarn, and this is the little peach poncho from Drops Designs, and it's a free pattern. And I told you I was going to use this pink on the bottom. This was a pink yarn that my husband found and brought home for me, and I just loved it. So, and I didn't have to double this. It's a bulky weight knit, so I had to double this, but I didn't have to double this. And this is my poor attempt at embroidering a butterfly on. It's not that great, but this is where I changed the yarn, and I know I should have done one round before I started the slip stitch pattern or the seed stitch pattern, because it showed, you know, where I did it. So I thought, oh, I'll just put a little butterfly there, and you know, it's not that great, but not even. That's my little butterfly. Is the hood. And so now she's got her yellow poncho, and she's got her red poncho. So that is done. And so I finished that, and I still had some of the pink yarn left, so I made her a little hat. So there you go. I didn't do any pom-poms or anything like that, but I don't know if this is a really good pattern. This is the first time I used it. I liked it because it was for worsted weight, and a lot of hat patterns are for DK weight or fingering weight, and I wanted something I could use for worsted weight. This is actually bulky weight, but it came out really good, and I don't think it's going to be too big on her. But anyways, I made that hat. The pattern I used is a good one. It's a free pattern. It's called Mama's Stitchery Projects. It's stitcheryprojects.com. It's the basic baby hat, and it's really good because it covers, make sure, hopefully you can see, it covers all of the sizes, from newborn to teen, and just depending on your gauge, you can pretty much knit any size hat. You can knit a beanie, you can knit a slouch. And so I just kind of took this pattern, and it's stitcheryprojects.com. That's where you get that. And I just used this, and I did all of my hats out of it. I made a lot of hats. And I ended up making adult hats, and okay, I'll just show you, which is you probably want to see. So I made that hat, and then I made this hat for my for Jaden, who is Melinda, my daughter-in-law's son, who is 11, or he just turned 12. And because he said he wanted red and blue, but I think this ended up being too small. I'm not sure. I'm gonna give this to Jane. It might be a little big on her, but there's the crown. And so I don't have my glasses on, and so instead of doing this, I'm gonna be doing this. It's just, I don't know. What are you gonna do? But anyway, so that is the crown, and so I made that for her. And so then I had made her 2 hats, and I thought, okay, well, I've got to make Jaden 2 hats. So I ended up making him 2 hats, and see, for these I used let's see, I used a size 9 needle, worsted weight, and I did 72 stitches, and then I just did 7 inches to the hem, 7 inches and then I started doing the decreases. But so this is for Jaden. I did the blue, and then I did the red, all I did was just do a little color work to switch the colors here. So I'm hoping these fit him. But anyways, those are for Jaden. So I did his 2 hats, and then I asked my son and my daughter-in-law, Polly and Melinda, if they wanted a hat, and they said yes. But they like the slouch hats, because I think most young people like the slouch hats. And so I made, now this is still using the autumn red, because I had that out. I was going to continue using it from Simply Soft. And then this is, I think, berry blue from Simply Soft. So they're really soft, and they wash really well. These are already washed and dried, so they come out really well. But to get the slouch, I did 84 stitches, and I did 10 inches until I started the decrease. And I think these came out really good. And Melinda wanted a gray one, so I finished with the Simply Soft, and I got out, this is a skein of yarn that Paul brought home for me. It's, I think I even have some of this in my deep stash, but I wanted to use it up. It's Woolies in the Oxford gray color. And so I think this is, I think they are yeah, I have, let's see, it's Wool Ease in the Oxford Gray by Lime Brand, and this is 80% acrylic and 20% wool, and these I put in the washer and dryer, so they wash and dry perfectly, and they get softer. But this is finished, and I don't know if I want to put it on my head because my hair, I got things sticking out all over, so I'm not going to do that. But it fits really well. It's a nice slouchy hat, and so I made this for Melinda, this for Melinda, this for Polly, and then I thought, okay, well, everybody's got to have two hats, you know, two ponchos, two hats, and so he also brought me, this is also Woolies, and it's the Natural Heather, and I'm pretty sure I have some of this in my deep stash too. So it's good I have one left, maybe if I still need it. And I did 2 more of the slouches in that color. So, you know what's going to be funny is that I'm going to wish I had a slouch hat come fall, and like I've knit how many of them, and none of them are for me. This is how it goes. Okay, so I've got my hats. So I went on a little hat jag and I knit a bunch of hats. I started with a poncho and I knit a bunch of hats. And then when I finished the hats, I thought, I looked down and I was thinking, what else? Because, you know, now I'm on, this is what I normally do. Now I'm on the Woolies, so what else can I make with that? And I had this little bit of the Oxford Gray left. And so I'm looking around, what can I knit? And I saw Cooper, my toy fox terrier, and I'll put a picture of him hopefully in here if I know how to do it. And I made him this coat a while ago. This is his old coat. I don't know what I used, but it's all stretched out. He was that big. He's a toy fox terrier. I think they're supposed to be 5 to 10 pounds full grown, and he got to be about 35 pounds. I mean, he wasn't just fat, he was big. I mean, and I kind of knew, like, when we got him, he looked a little bit bigger than, you know, normal. And I was happy because we live in the country, and there was a few times that I had him out in the backyard, and, like, you know, the raptors, the hawks and that, they come down really low. I mean, you know, he could be like a rabbit. Like, I was afraid they were going to snatch him up. So I was glad he had a little bit heft to him that they couldn't, you know, take him away. But anyways, this is really stretched out, and he still wears it, but it's just, he's lost a lot of weight. He has diabetes. He's like 8 years old, but he's doing really well on his insulin. And now in the winter, he'll wear this outside, and my husband will take him out, and he'll be running, and he'll hang up in a tree, and he'll leave it behind. So I was like, well, maybe I should make him a new coat. And so I did. And this is the pattern I use for coats, and it's really nice. It's by Knit Picks. It's a pay-for pattern. He's that cute. Look at that little dog. How cute he is in that. Now, I did make, the first one I tried making, I did use the, I did do the Fair Isle design, and it was the cutest coat ever, and it was too small for him, so I gave it to my friend, and I thought, and then I knit that other one, and I was like, yeah, I'm not putting any fancy stuff, I'm just knitting the sweater. So, but it's called the Fair Isles sweater. And it's a great knit. It's all, you knit it all in one piece. There's no sections or anything like that, and it's really easy to understand. But yeah, I got that from Knit Picks, and their sizing is great. And they even show you how to customize the fit. And they talk about the different dogs and that sort of thing. And his size, for Cooper, I did the medium, which is a Beagle Whippet Bulldog size. So, yeah. He's supposed to be up here, but he's down here. So anyways, that's the size I ended up doing for him. But let me show you. There it is. So I didn't weave in the ends yet, but you can see I put a little more length on this one, so it goes over his back really well. And you can see the stomach right there. It's really cool. You knit the neck, and then you go off to the side. You put these on. Well, I don't want to tell you the pattern, but you end up just knitting the whole thing, and then you add these on at the end. So it came out really good. And I'll try to put I'll put it on him and try to put it in here so you can see him in his new sweater. But anyways, I still have I'm gonna call this finished because I will weave in these ends, but I was moving on because I was done with this yarn. So that's Cooper's new coat. And so I don't have any more knitting finished, although I have works in progress. I'll show you. But I did want to show you, I do rug hooking with wool, and I wanted to show you I finished this. You might have saw it in the background on its stand, but I have been working on this rug that I've been hooking with wool, and I won't get too much into it because this is a knitting podcast, but I want to show you it because it's finished, and it'll be great because it'll be good for fall. So anyways, yeah, it's the right way. I wanted to show you my rug, and I did it a long time ago. You can use yarn, wool yarn, or what the traditional way is to use the wool strips, and you hook them through, and you use a piece of burlap or linen or whatever. But I love that big pumpkin, so I'll see if I can get a big picture of it together to show you. And here's the back. But so now I have to lay it out and get like a wet towel and like steam it so it'll make everything lay flat. And I'm planning my next one, so I'm thinking I might do a different podcast just showing my rug hooking, so I don't have to, put it in here with my knitting. But I have this great picture I took off the. Well, I'm standing up, so my head is cut off. Sit down, Danny. Have this great picture that I took off the back deck of looking over towards the barn, and Cooper always comes out on the deck with me, and he pokes his head through and checks over his kingdom, and it's a really cute picture. I'll insert it here. That's going to be my next rug, and it's going to be huge because I have to make a huge one. As I took the picture and I split it into 4 parts, and I'm actually using my Grace quilt frame. It's not for machines, it's just for hand quilting. And I put a huge piece of monk's cloth on there, and I've just drawn on the first quarter of the picture, which is just a lot of the slats of the deck, and it's going to be hard when I have to actually do Cooper. I hope that works out okay, but I will I think I'll do a separate podcast with rug hooking, because I know there's not very many people on the internet that do rug hooking, and I might do that just to have something to show that I've been working on it. But anyways, that's my rug hook. That's my rug I hooked. And I know what I wanted to show you. I wanted to tell you what I use for washing when I wash these sweaters. This stuff is great. This Eucalan, I got this from Amazon. I think I got it for $12. It's 17 ounces, and this scent on this is awesome. It's called Rapture, And I think it's, I don't know if it's a jasmine smell or what, but everything I wash with it, I love it. But this is really good for any of the Eucalyptus products like this. They're good for wool that's not superwashed, although you can wash it. This is superwashed, and I used it because I wanted it to smell. Maybe I didn't. I might not have. Because I like to use this when I spin and I do a skein, and then I'll wash it in this. But this has lanolin in it, and so it really wakes up the wool, and it makes it smell really nice, and it's great. So I'll use this whenever, you know, I'm doing something that's wool. And then if it's superwash, I'll usually use this because soak. This one is fig. But this one does not have any lanolin in it. 1 teaspoon per gallon, and it really soaks well. And you soak it for 15 minutes, and you can just take it right out. You don't have to rinse out the soap or anything. But yeah, so I'll usually use this one when it's like super wash. I think I did use it for, yeah, I used it for this one. But anyway, so I just wanted to show you the 2 things I usually use to wash. They're not that expensive. I got this one also on Amazon. I'm sure you guys probably do the same thing I do. You put it in your cart, and then you wait until it goes on sale, the price drops down, and then you buy it. That's what I did. But anyways, let's see. So those are my finished projects. That's it. Let me show you what I'm working on. Let's see. I started a new sweater. Yay! I finished this one. I started a new one. I wanted to start work on I wanted to start working on a Jennifer Steingass pattern because I have bought so many of hers, and I really honestly wanted to start working on the Fern and Feather, but it's been so hot lately that I just thought, I don't know, it's going to be too hot to work on. So I decided to start on the Garden Gate, which is awesome. Let me show you what it looks like. This is another bag that I made out of just I think it's upholstery fabric, I'm not sure, but there it is. There's the Garden Gate by Jennifer Steingass, and it's a great pattern. And I gotta tell you that she is wonderful. I mean, I like Boyland Networks too. Caitlin Hunter, she's really good with her patterns. But the first pattern I've done from her, so easy to follow, and she has a nice increase that I haven't tried before, and I really like it. So if you haven't worked on any of her patterns yet, they're great. So I decided to use, for the main color, I'm using Knit Picks palette. This is a fingering weight sweater. This is 100% Peruvian Highland wool. It's not superwash. This is the Victorian colorway. So there you go. It's really pretty mauve. Yeah. And then for a twist for the color work portion, I wanted something that was really bright. And when we went to Knit Picks warehouse sale in Columbus, because it's really close to me, we decided to do I decided to get some of that, try some of their Luxe, which is it has a lurex in it, which makes it really shiny. This is called Blush, so it's kind of a pink, a light pink. And this is 66% baby alpaca and 34% lurex. And so it's been really strange. I don't know how to describe what this ply is. But it's like my needle, I mean, I have to make sure I have all the pieces parts when I pick up a stitch. So it's got multiple, I bet you it's got, I don't know, I bet you it's got like 6 different plies or something in it. But anyways, I think it's turning out really well. So I'm glad I did pick it. Let me show you. Let's see. Here we go. It's coming out really well. I'm liking the pattern. Let me stick that under there. Let's see if I can show you the pattern. Let's see. Yeah, see, I'm about halfway through. The pattern. And I don't even know if you can see, because it's hard to show the shiny when you're on the internet, but because this is Lurex and it's so shiny, you might actually be seeing that. But yeah, like I said, the increases on here are awesome. It's got you know, it's got the short rows in the back, so it's, you know, we'll see. I'm about halfway through with the chart, and I need to go, I think I need to go 10.25 inches before I need to start. And I don't know, I might get there before I finish the chart. So I might be splitting for the sleeves, the body and the sleeves, before I finish the chart, and continuing on with the chart after. Although I looked at the projects on Ravelry, and most of them are, I don't know, I mean, I'm sure there is, but I haven't seen one where they had to split. So we'll see how it goes, but I'm keeping an eye on that, because I mean, I don't want to have a big bunch down here where it's coming to down here. You know, I want it to, you know, be pretty close to the top. So I'll make sure I watch that and check that out. So that's I think that's what I'm working on now. And I don't think I have any more knitting. I do want to show you a few more things that I'm working on, or that I worked on. I wanted to update you on my yarn that I'm spinning. I have 3 of them now. So remember I told you I don't even know what's in here, but it's very soft. I bet you I have I don't know why I'm looking over that way. Sorry about that. It's probably something to do with my camera. I don't know why, because I think I was looking at you before. So, oh my God, I'm going to have this whole episode where I'm staring the wrong way. I'm so sorry about that. If I can't figure it out, I don't want to do this again. So, bear with me. I'll fix that. I don't know what's going on. I really don't know what's going on. But anyways, and maybe I'm looking at you the whole time, and I think I'm not. But anyways, I have 3 of these. Oh my God. That Rapture is awesome. And I think I want to have 2 more before I make something with it. I'm not sure what I'm going to make with it yet. But yeah, love them. It's like, I just love the little bits of pink in there. I don't know if you can see it, but it's got some pink bamboo in there that I really like. But anyways, I got these 3 done. And for fun, I was making up these bats for Halloween, because I just needed to do the green and the sparkle, and I needed to do all that. So I made like 10 of these. I put them on Etsy, my Etsy shop. And so if you're interested, but anyways, they're awesome. And the inside, you can see the green. I think they're 10 ounces each. But look at all those cute colors I put in there. And I think on Etsy I actually showed what I used to put in there. But this is from my this was from Ebony. I used to have a Border Leicester that was dark like this, and I think that's her. I think that's her fleece. But I wanted to, before I did more of these, I mean, I did 2 of these, and then I put them on bobbins and spun them up into a skein because I wanted to see what it looked like before I made more of them. And so I wanted to show you the skein. It's the greatest thing. Anyways, I hope you can see the sparkle on this because it is cool. This is my Halloween yarn. It doesn't have much orange, but it has a lot of sparkle. So look at how that came out. Oh my goodness. Isn't that awesome? But anyways, I did put this skein. This is did I think I put this up on Etsy. Let me see. Sorry. This is 277 yards for 4 ounces. So I would say this is maybe a DK weight. I think this is probably a DK weight. So, but anyways, isn't it? I just love it. I think you can see some of that sparkle. But anyways, I've got an orange that I'm going to do next. So I'm going to start working on that stuff. So that's really all I have to show. I hope I enjoyed being with you today, and I hope you enjoyed what I had to show you. And I'll try to get back sooner and let you know how I'm doing on the garden gate, and we'll see what else I start working on. But I probably will have a podcast with my rug hooking if you want to watch that. So I'm not sure when, but thanks for joining me today, and thanks for sticking with me, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye.